disappointing yet unsurprising article made by the Washington Post last week. Even more disheartening is that it was written by two women. Initially, I refrained from commenting on the article beyond the stories that I posted on my Instagram the day of the publication, as I don't want to contribute any more attention, whether it be positive or negative, to the Washington Post article or to any other mainstream news outlet. However, the more I contemplate it, the more irritated I become. One of my grievances with mainstream paid media is its love for inducing fear with catchy titles about controversial topics. If you haven't yet read the Washington Post article, you may want to read it. However, if you don't have any interest in doing that, I completely understand. You've probably already witnessed the surge of women, practitioners, doctors, researchers, and health professionals alike rallying to defend their perspectives on social media, which I have greatly appreciated reading everyone's perspectives. The article, in my interpretation, suggests that some doctors are concerned at the declining number of hormonal birth control users and are concerned that many women are getting their information when it comes to hormonal birth control from unqualified social media influencers. Additionally, it fails to highlight the allopathic medical industry's historical dismissal of women's health struggles and the overprescription of hormonal birth control. My primary issue with this article, beyond its fear-mongering and overall lack of empathy for women, is that it failed to include researchers and experts in this field, like myself, who have dedicated their life and their career to women's health, women's hormonal health, reproductive health, hormonal birth control, etc. We are the ones who are actively researching and educating on crucial information that many women have been deprived of for most of their lives. This information not only pertains to hormonal contraceptives, but to our hormones, our infradian rhythms, and our overall reproductive health and well-being. This article neglects to mention that hormonal birth control is still in its infancy and has resulted in numerous health crises and even fatalities among women. It doesn't acknowledge the plethora of lawsuits against big pharmaceutical companies for serious injuries and deaths caused by blood clots, which were caused by the hormonal birth control pills. We have real science to prove the downsides and side effects of hormonal birth control and to back up what millions of women have experienced while taking hormonal birth control. Furthermore, it fails to mention that there was a male form of birth control that was studied but ultimately abandoned because the men were experiencing very similar symptoms and side effects that women experience daily on their hormonal birth control. Apparently, men's health is more valued than women's health. On that note, this article interviews and features a male doctor who praises the effectiveness of hormonal birth control while downplaying and dismissing the side effects. This is a common narrative that us women are all too familiar with. Yes, hormonal birth control is effective at preventing pregnancy, and few dispute that. But at what cost? At the expense of women's health and lives? I wonder why these two journalists did not interview PhD Sarah Hill, who is the author of The Pill Changes Everything, This Is Your Brain on Birth Control, or Dr. Aviva Ram, who is a midwife, an herbalist, and an MD who wrote Hormone Intelligence and teaches women how to sync their life up with their cycle, as well as nutrition, herbal medicine, and functional supplementation. Or Dr. Laura Bryden, who is a naturopathic doctor who wrote the Period Repair Manual and talks about various women's health issues, ones that are commonly dismissed when you are in the doctor's office. Or Dr. Jolene Brighton, a naturopathic endocrinologist who wrote Beyond the Pill. These are just a few of the many female experts in this field who have dedicated their lives to understanding the female mind, body, and physiology, like myself. This article also criticizes a woman and nutritionist who has dedicated her life's work and her platforms to educating on nutrition to support hormone health and menstrual cycle health. The article also dismissed her genuine experience while she was on hormonal birth control. They were the same side effects that so many women also experience while on hormonal birth control, including weight gain intermittent bleeding, and low libido. Lastly, the article dismisses the importance of hormone health and regulation and implies that the hormonal birth control, which was only invented in 1960 and which has been subject to major recalls and lawsuits, is the only viable option for women. And I am fully aware that misinformation pervades every corner of our society and that the health and wellness community is not exempt. We must always exercise caution regarding the sources of our information. At the same time, our very own allopathic Western medical industry is a business and requires significant reform. Medical professionals who deviate from the Western medical business model are often the first to criticize its flaws, and I think that tells us a lot. And I firmly believe that we need better education when it comes to birth control, whether it is synthetic or natural methods, such as the symptothermal method, which is a form of fertility awareness, in which, when done perfectly, is actually more effective at preventing pregnancy than taking hormonal birth control pills. As a society, we must cease over-medicating and under-educating people. Unnecessary prescriptions only lead to more medications being prescribed to mitigate their effects. This leaves big pharmaceutical companies with more money in their pockets and you feeling more confused and less healthy. As a species, we are still unraveling the mysteries of the human brain and body and their interconnectedness with nature. We have been pulled so far away from nature that many of us are just completely lost, both medical professionals and the people. And Western medicine excels in life-saving surgeries and life-saving medications. However, everything else should be approached with the perspectives from naturopathic, functional, and integrative medicine. And herbal medicine, with its millennia of existence and minimal risk when used appropriately, should be utilized daily by humans to support and optimize the systems of our mind and our body. I hope that this episode serves as a reminder to approach everything we encounter with skepticism and critical thinking, and to prioritize our very own health and well-being above all else. Listen to your intuition. Until next time, peace, love, hormones. And if you want to learn about the very real side effects of hormonal birth control, I have plenty of podcast episodes for you, and I will link those in the description of this video. And if you are currently seeing a physician who is dismissing your health struggles, I highly urge you to find someone new.